All right, y'all. So this is my seventh attempt at doing this because I get distracted by everything. I went to my one of those places I like to go sit and chill and watch things. Well, I started watching things and I said, well, I need to go ahead and come home. And then when I came home, I got distracted by other things. So here is my 50 millionth attempt to do this. And what I want to talk about today is grace, gratitude, confirmation, love coming from all directions. Because this morning has been one of those mornings where I've got little things from everywhere, from everyone. So first I woke up in the best mood. I turned on an affirmation, and this woman, her name is Louise Hay. I'm not familiar with her, wasn't until today. I think I've heard her before, but not a name that I know that I say when I tell people about stuff. And it was talking about money. How when we think that, that we have lack, that's what we're going to have is lack. And this year, I've done that to myself. I've had these intrusive thoughts. Like my biggest issue this year has been finances, and it's driven me crazy. Is that right? Driven, whatever. It drove me crazy, and it was driving me mad. I was like, I cannot keep doing this. And so, usually, what I'll do, I'll keep things to myself for a little while. I'll try to work on them, and then if I see okay, I'm not getting anywhere, I'll talk to a couple people, because sometimes you need to talk about things that are bothering you. Maybe not air it out on Facebook or social media, but talk to people that you're super super close to. And I mean, hell, if you don't have anybody, go to Facebook, because everybody's going to chime in, but you got to be careful about that, because everybody has an opinion. These are my opinions and my beliefs, so it doesn't mean it's true. Just works for me. But I was sick of it. And yesterday, last night, I was like, I can't do this anymore. I can't. And so I was talking to God, and I was like, we have enough. We have more than enough. I am going to quit being in fear. And, I said I started reading the 4 Agreements again, and it's impeccable speech and integrity. And it matters, the words that come out of your mouth, but more importantly, the thoughts that are in our brains. And everyone has a negative voice in their head that talks to them all the time. I'm not good enough. I don't look good enough. I wasn't good to my kids. I wasn't good to my employees. I wasn't good to my father, my mother, my husband, my wife, my girlfriend, boyfriend. All these things. We're constantly judging ourselves. And I don't want to do that. And so money and financial fear has been the loudest voice, the loudest fear voice in my head. And I said, no more. I'm not doing it. And so I prayed last night, and I woke up this morning. I found those affirmations. Louise Hay, Louisehey. Go look her up on YouTube. She's incredible. She's amazing. And things to say to yourself in the morning. I think that's what that one is titled. I'll have to get better at giving y'all information. Again, I'm new here. But so I did that. It was so good. It was everything I needed to hear. I sent it to 20 people this morning. I was like, y'all need to hear this. It's amazing. So after that happened, a friend of mine texted me, and it was this. I wish I would have written it down. Well, it's a lot to write down. I'm not doing that. But it was more confirmation on the fact that I don't need to be worrying about this. And I don't need to be worried about it, because there are a lot of people, and I don't mean this in a negative way at all. This is something I need to tell myself constantly too. There are a lot of people who would love to have the life that we do. They would love that. I love my life. I love our life. And so it was silly to constantly be worried about that. My job, I get to babysit animals, pets. I get to go love on pets. And when I'm at my job, I get to go to the beach. I get to bake. That makes me happy, which I'm going to switch to more healthier options, but that's neither here nor there. I get to be at peace. I don't have to deal with a lot of stressors that people do on a daily basis. from doing that, it caused me worry because our financial situation did not look the same as it did last year. Who cares? I was stressed out. I was stressed out all the time. All the time I was stressed out. I was miserable, as a matter of fact. I was so fucking miserable. And it was because I was working nonstop. I remember one time, I think I worked like 28, 29 days in a row. And I know people do that all the time. I know that's normal for some people. That is insane. That is insane. And I can't live like that. I cannot live like that. And I'm not judging anybody who does. I'm not. If anything, I love you even more. And if you ever need to talk to somebody, I'm here. But it was too much for me. And so everything changed when we moved, and it changed for the better. I fell apart. I had a nervous breakdown. And in all of that stuff, I fell together. I came together. I built myself back up. And this has been one of the best years of my life. And so I was like, no more. I'm not going to sit here. And so that video, I'm going to listen to it for 21 days. And that speech, I'm going to infiltrate into my brain because there's a lot of negative financial fear speech going on in my head. Very intrusive thoughts that I don't want to think about. And so guess what? I have a choice. I can redirect my thinking. I have a choice today to say to myself, I'm not going to think about that. We are not going to. And I talk to myself all the time. We've nicknamed my characters. I think we got like Genghis Khan, Gizmo, Kitten, Darth Vader, Trixie. Now that one right there, I don't like her. She's the one who tries to drive me to Mexico, steal all the money. Well, we ain't got no money, but she's the one who gets me in trouble. And I know when she comes on, I'm like, no ma'am, Trixie. Thank you for sharing. There's a lot going on up there. There's a lot going on in all your heads. Whether you want to believe it or not, there's a lot of voices in every one of our heads on this earth. Our brains are out to get us. But we can make decisions and we have a choice today. We don't have to listen to that. We don't have to live in fear. I'm not going to live in fear. I'm not going to do it. It got enough to me. It got to me and it was enough. And I'm going to do something about making it better. I'm going to put better thoughts in my head. I'm going to attract better things. I'm going to say to myself every day, I have everything I need and then some. I have everything I want and then some. We are blessed. We are blessed beyond measure. This is a prosperous year because I'm going to tell you what, success has so many different levels. So many different levels. For me today, you know what success is for me? That I woke up happy. There's a butterfly. See? Oh. But yeah, I'm in bloom. I've got my wings this year. Success. To have a happy marriage, a healthy marriage. Success. To have a car, that's mine, that I pay for with insurance on, up-to-date tags. That's success for me. To have, a healthy marriage where there's communication, that is success. To be healthy with my family, to make amends when need be, to be considerate of what my family's beliefs are and not have debates because they're different. That's success to me. To go to the beach whenever I want to. That is most definitely success. So I got stuck on the finances a little bit, and yesterday it was very freeing doing that video. And you got to talk some things to death sometimes. I know a lot of people keep a lot of things to themselves, and they're in their heads with it. They don't have any, or they don't want to complain. I don't like to complain, but sometimes you got to complain. Sometimes you got to be like, I'm stressed out. I'm fucking stressed out and I don't know what to do. Even people I have a very strong faith. I have a very great connection with God, with the universe, with our ancestors and my spirit guides. Like, I have that. But I'm human. I am human. I'm not God, I'm not perfect. So it means that I'm going to have intrusive thoughts. I'm going to be in fear. I'm going to be scared. I'm going to be lonely. I'm going to be sad. I'm going to be like, I'm going to be those things. I'm never not going to be them. The difference today is that I know when I am them, I know what to do. And I have to accept how I feel sometimes, you know? And I have to talk it to death because breakthrough usually comes after a breakdown. We grow through what we go through, you know, and pain, unfortunately, is a teacher. You know, it has been for me in my life, and today I just don't let myself get in it as much or as long. And yes, this year has kind of been, it's been a lot, but I needed every minute of it, every second of it. I needed to find this right here. And I'm so happy I found it. And I'm so happy I get to share with y'all. And you know, just like Joyce Meyer said, I want to help the world. That's so big. That's so profound. But not by me. I want to help people help themselves by things that I've learned from other people who wanted to help people help themselves. Because that's what it's about. It's about loving each other. It's about helping each other. It ain't about all the cars, the homes, the status, you know, things like that. And that was my worry about doing this, because I was like, what if I get, you know, invested where I'm concerned that nobody liked my video, or it was too long, or I didn't do it right, or I'm seeing who liked it, or this is ordained by something that's way higher than me. And it may be for only 10 people. I don't know. I just know I feel a calling to do it. I know it's something that makes me happy. I know it's something that I love. And I love to love people. I really, really do. And it suits me doing it this way too, because I also get overwhelmed by people. So doing this is it's good for me. It's something I think about, and it's something that I want to pour my heart into. It's something that I want to be beneficial for everyone, because we don't have the same beliefs, and I think God intended for that. But that's a later conversation. So yeah, I'm very good today, and I think I'm going to stay home. I think I've had a busy week. I've had a very good week, very busy week of interacting with people and going places and having fun and eating good food and seeing my dad and celebrating, and just, it's been a good week. I don't think I worked this week, maybe one day, because I have a lot of work coming up. So I knew to take the time off this week to, well, not even just take the time off. I didn't have any work. But I knew I needed that for myself. And yeah, so I know this is a little bit of a longer video. I hope that everyone has a good Friday. I hope that you accept where you're at. I hope that you can look around and find joy and peace and happiness, and get out of your head. It's the worst place to be. It really is. Most of my problems in my life stem from what was going on up here. And it was trying to just keep me down and beat me up. And I don't want to do that today. I'm up. I'm a good woman. I know I'm a good woman. I'm happy. I have peace. I help others. Like, I know what my love languages are. I know what my strengths are. I know what my weaknesses are. I know who I am. I'm very firm in my beliefs, my spirituality. I know I'm far from perfect. That word is not our creator is perfect. Like, you know, I find perfection in nature, in butterflies and birds and the beach and the ocean. Those are things that are perfect to me, but me, I'm not. And I still have a lot of growing to do, but God, I am so grateful that from this day on, last night, but from this day on, no financial fear. Money problems are not going to get me. It's not going to be in my head, and I have a solution for that. So I hope this helped you. Subscribe if this is your vibe. April with Love's Tribe here. And I do. I love y'all. I love to love. It's kind of one of my favorite things to do. So, mwah. Peace out. Happy Friday, everybody. Go live your best life. Mwah. Bye.